As an American, I've always enjoyed April Fool's Day. And then I was talking to my girlfriend and she says, oh no, we do things differently on April Fool's Day in Denmark than you do in the United States, because people in Denmark take it very seriously. And they don't just do silly pranks. They do pranks with intelligence and satire and parody that were not just enjoyable, but would take a moment to go, wait, is that right? Is that right? And I found that when my girlfriend told me that, I felt like an April Fool, because I have been missing out on these things for my entire life. And this year is just another example of that. This year, TV2E ran a story that reported the city of Holbæk announced that in an effort to transition to green energy, the municipality will now extract power from electric eels. Enough for 3,000 households. That's a lot of electricity, and that's a lot of eels. The city calculates that they will be able to put these households on eel electricity by 2024. In another report, the North Jutland Police writes on its social media site that due to the rising prices of pepper spray, the North Jutland Police have been forced to substitute salt spray. Just be careful if you're a social demonstrator and you have high blood pressure. Another report comes from a news organization in Säby claiming that flying cars were now a reality and were going to be tested in the Säby town square. We have succeeded in ensuring that Säby will become the first city in Denmark to have flying cars. In another story, TV2 Nord reports that an increase in nude bathers has caused the flatfish to lose their spots. That's right, lose their spots. According to one maritime official, the sight of a nude bather scares and stresses out the flatfish so much that they lose their spots, which do not come back once they are lost. There have also been reports that correctional services have begun to open unmanned prison on Saturday. In a press release, the Norwegian Correctional Services will open the country's first prison without staff. Upon arrival at the prison, inmates will scan themselves in with a QR code. In other news, Denmark's Meteorologist Institute, DMI, has started to hire arthritic patients. Arthritis patients can feel quite well in their knees when rain is coming. Upon hearing DMI's announcement, the Danish Gout Association said that if DMI's project is successful, they will consider expanding it to gout patients. And another example of an April Fool's joke, even celebrity chef Klaus Myers got into the game when he posted on his website that it's not just butter chicken and buns and curry that you can find on this supermarket shelf from Myers. His company is now unveiling a skincare range based on organic Danish legumes, where all products can be used both in the skincare routine and in cooking. After dealing with food all my life, Klaus Myers stated in a press release, it is really fun to transcend the raw materials to a new industry, and especially our new night cream is excellent both for the fine lines on the forehead and as a spread on a piece of sourdough bread. In another report, a city council member sent out a press release on Friday, March 31st, that stated the town of Malå, Sweden was reducing the town's residents' electricity rates by 50%. The residents were absolutely ecstatic. Who wouldn't be if your electrical rates were being dropped by 50%? But then when they found out it was an April Fool's Day prank, they were livid. Not because it was an April Fool's Day prank, but because it was done on March 31st, the day before April Fool's Day, which only goes to show that Danish people Swedish people, Scandinavian people take their April Fool's Day pranks very seriously. And if you're going to make a prank, you should do it with a certain amount of integrity. That's what I miss being in the United States. I wish this country would take some pride in their April Fool's pranks. Though the problem is, if they did pranks like that, who would know that it was a prank? Because it seems like with so much fake news in this country, it would appear that every day is April Fool's Day. If Orson Welles were to broadcast his War of the Worlds today, it would probably be taken more seriously today than it even was back when it was first broadcasts. And there would be probably some counties in the United States where the residents would hold themselves up in their homemade bunkers and not come out for 3 months. Now that actually would be funny. And that's another thing I like about Denmark, because the people there know how to tell a joke, know how to take a joke, and know how to take themselves not so seriously. I mean, when I saw these April Fool's pranks from Denmark and Sweden and other places that my girlfriend showed me, I thought, wow, these took a lot of ingenuity to think up and construct. And it's not just like putting out a statement. This Klaus Meyer actually put it into his own website. That takes real commitment. And I thought, these are real, they're fake. Are they April Fool's jokes? I mean, they actually could seem real, and that's what I liked about it. I liked the uncertainty of it. It's fun to be in that twilight of uncertainty between something that's so preposterous and something that's so fun. And that's why, no matter what it is, it was a fun April Fool's Day. So, thank you kindly.